So hello everyone and welcome to session 2 of the TeenLife Live 2023 Gap Year Fair. My name is Dustin. I'm a marketing associate here at TeenLife and I will be your host this evening. So this is our second and final session this evening. So whether you attended last session or if this is your first one, we are very, very happy to have you here today. So we're going to only have 4 speakers in this session today. Most of them will be live, and we have 1 video recorded presentation. During the live presentations, we encourage you all to type your questions in the chat or by using the Q&A feature that is built into Zoom. Our speakers will get to your questions as soon as they have the opportunity to. So we are going to go ahead and just get straight into it here. And our first presenter is Discover Year. So the floor is all yours.
Thanks very much, Dustin. Hi, everybody. Welcome. And my name is Jay. I'm the founder of Discover Year. I'm joined by Reed Tenden. He's one of our graduates from a couple of years ago. So really happy to be here with you tonight. And I'm just going to share my screen here, give you a little bit of information about Discover Year, what we do, who we are. So Discover Year is a 10-month program. It's a comprehensive program. It's a program that I founded in 2016 because I met 12,000 high school students from 2011 to 2014. And I was really heartbroken by the lack of confidence, the overwhelm, the stress, the anxiety, the depression that they were experiencing and thinking they needed to have their lives figured out for the next 100 years. When in actuality, what we all hope for those young people, and many of you, I imagine, is that you take positive next steps towards fulfilling your potential in the future. So Discover Year is a program that helps young people really understand who they are, what they want, their strengths, their goals, their values, their interests. And at the same time, we help our students build the most important skills that they need to succeed in life, whether that be career, next steps in education, their own personal relationships. So we do a lot of work with our students to help them build what a lot of people call life skills. So we are a program that's based, I am from Ottawa, Ontario, the capital of Canada, and we now have hubs in Ottawa, Toronto, Boston, and we've been running remote like many programs for a couple of years now. So we've been doing that during the pandemic and lockdowns, and we've continued with a hybrid model where we do some online education and then in-person education and experiential learning in these 3 cities as well. This just gives you a sense of where our students are from this year. We have 33 students in the program this year. This is where they're from. We have about 2/3 of our students from Ottawa. The last couple of years, we've started exploring more. The program is in its 7th year. So in the last couple of years, we've started marketing and promoting the program outside of Ottawa. So we've had a good collection of students from across Canada. And we've recently begun to promote the program in the States as well. So we have one student from Boston this year. We're expecting 5 to 10 American students next year. So what is Discover Year? We only have a few minutes. It's a complicated program to explain most of the time. But there's 2 basic components to the program. One is very specific, dynamic, student-centered education. We're helping students, again, build life and career skills. So think about interpersonal communication skills, social skills, emotional intelligence, things like budgeting, planning for travel, because travel is part of the program, dealing with conflict, giving feedback, time management, professional skills, interview skills, all those things that are really relevant and coming up immediately in our students' lives. So we do a lot of workshops. We also have coaches for each of our students, so they get a one-to-one experience with a coach who's warm and caring and thoughtful and talented, and that person acts as a mirror for the student to go through whatever they're going through in the program. And then we have over 120 mentors who do all kinds of different things in life and career, and our students have a chance to interact with all these people once a week at our workshops over the course of the year. So that's kind of the more formal education component. We do meet every week for the span of the year. It's a 10-month program. There's a little bit more detail that we could share down the road, maybe at a future discussion with you, but that's basically how it works. It runs from September until June. And there is a travel component right almost in the middle in February. So our students, number one, are learning these skills and experiences with us, and then they're going out into the world and applying those skills. So our students work. It's not an internship-based program. We don't provide internship options to our students. We coach them on how to get their own jobs. So these are, student level jobs. Our students are not PhD students. They're recent high school graduates, 17 to 21 years old. So they're working in customer service, retail, pretty traditional kind of young person jobs. They travel for up to a month in the month of February, and they have an opportunity to learn, explore, build resilience, explore different cultural elements in the world. It could be domestic, it could be international. We set a lot of freedom for our students to do what is most meaningful and interesting to them. And the students also have 2 community service projects over the course of the year, one in the fall and one in the winter. They do a whole host of different things. The point of those community service projects is that students build the teamwork, organization, collaboration, and project management skills, and also feel the benefits of contributing to their communities in a way that they developed and that they care about. So those are the basic elements of the program. One thing that sets us apart from other programs, although there are not many programs like Discover Year in the gap year realm, a lot of the programs revolve around travel, which is, of course, exciting for students. But a couple of things that make us a bit different are based in the ratio of 1 to 6. So we have a 1 to 6 day in the week ratio. So 1 day of intentional dynamic learning. And the other 6 days of the week, our students work. Sometimes they work on portfolios. They're active in sports. They're exploring all different types of things in the world. But we have that consistent 1 day of really intentional, meaningful learning every week, and 6 days of what we call purposeful exploration. The other 1 to 6 is that we have 1 facilitator for every 6 students in the program. So it's a really high quality, really low ratio of facilitators. So it's really high quality interactions for the students. I think time is flying by. I'll just put these outcomes. These are the 4 outcomes that we help our students achieve. And I'll leave it there now, and I'll share the spotlight with Reed, one of our graduates, so he can tell you a little bit about his experience.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Jay. My name is Reed Tendon. I am a recent Discover Year graduate from the year 2021, and I am currently studying at the University of Ottawa in Human Resource Management. In grade 12, I'm sure many of you are feeling the same way, but I was feeling extremely overwhelmed, stressed, and had no direction on what I wanted to do. I was thinking maybe a teacher, psychologist, engineer. I had no clue. And just so happened, Discover Year came across my desk, and I looked at it and I said, you know what, this is the program for me. I went to an info session, and I really got a good sense of the community that Discover Year has, which is one thing that really drew me to the program. Everyone is welcomed and supported. As well, I realized that there was so many different opportunities through all the components and everything that we do at Discover Year that just allowed me to get out there and be exposed to so much and learn so much about myself and my values and my goals. And I personally would say one of my biggest takeaways from the program was my communication skills. A whole bunch of different things have come up where I've really noticed, but one example that I think is a great one that's fairly recent is I'm currently in the process of being a co-op student at the University of Ottawa. And during the co-op placement process, I had applied to 18 jobs. Of the, I want to say 14 jobs that got back to me, I got 7 interviews. And of those 7 interviews, I was selected as the #1 student that organization wanted. And I think it's just pretty cool to see how much I've learned from before my Discover Year and my interviews and how I was doing to now where I'm actually able to do some pretty impressive things that I never would have expected.
Thanks, Reed. Okay, I'm not sure how many minutes that's been, but I think we're nearing the end, certainly here. And the best way to find out about Discover Year, like many of the gap year programs, it's pretty unique. And we have an upcoming info session on March 14th, discoveryear.ca or discoveryear.com. You can go and find information to contact us, to join us at an information session, to meet many other students like Reed, parents, staff members, some current students. That's the best way to really grasp kind of what we do, the logistics, but also the culture, which is the part that I'm most proud of. It's a really, really enriching environment, supportive and safe for students to try a lot of different stuff, mess up, learn lessons, and find the next step that's appropriate for them. So Thanks very much for your time, everybody. It was really nice to be here, and thanks, Reed, and thank you, Dustin, for having us.
All right. Thank you, Jay and Reed from Discover Year. Really appreciate y'all participating today. So coming up next, we have a presentation from Centro Mundo Lengua.
Yes, hi. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. My name is, well, I'm going to share my, I'm going to share, yes, now. Okay, so my name is Yaye Baena, Director of Centro Mundo Lengua. I'm very excited tonight to introduce you my company and the programs we're offering in the city of Seville for students interested in filling their gap year or gap semester in Spain. Our mission, well, we love to summarize our mission in a word, which is transformative. We're looking for ambitious students to want to learn about Spain, about the different country. I mean, we know that gap students, so they are looking for a different experience. After the semester, after the gap year, they're going to be in college, but before, there are people who need to know what they're going to look for. So that's why our mission is transformative. Throughout our work, we want students to be citizens of the world, thanks to the knowledge of one of the most spoken languages in the world. You know, more than 580 million people speak our language, and we know that, for example, we contribute to that number. Why? Okay, Centro Mundo Lengua is a private school, and we teach to any kind of students, high school students, college students, adults. Even we offer a summer workshop for teachers. So the number of the Spanish students is amazing, and we're very proud to say that we contribute to that number. But tonight we want to focus in our gap year program. Okay, so our gap students, they're looking for, we're looking for students who want to improve their level of Spanish or to explore the world before entering college. So the goal for these students should be boost their Spanish, master Spanish, history and culture, level their skills. So we're going to work on it. And where? So as I said, we're in Spain, we're in Seville, we're in southern Spain. I don't know if you hear about Sevilla before, but I know Sevilla is one of the most beautiful cities in Spain, or I would say in the world. Spain is one of Spain's most culturally distinct cities, simultaneously both ancient and modern, that many Spaniards see as the most romantic and exciting in the whole country. Sevilla, regardless of the season, Sevilla has a wonderful climate, a wonderful weather, a wonderful blue sky. I mean, people, the city, the history, the traditions, anything you can discover in Sevilla is amazing. But what does our program contain? So what is the program that Centro Mundo Lengua can offer to our students? So the most important thing is to learn, to live, to explore the language and culture. So we offer classes from Monday to Thursday to students who want to need to improve, to practice their Spanish. So 90 hours in total of grammar is nothing. So after a semester, you are going to get a wonderful level. At the same time, we offer a seminar with 3 different topics: history, traditions, and gastronomy. Everybody knows that Arab people lived in Spain 8 centuries. You can see that in the monuments, in the streets, in everywhere in our city. Tradition. Everybody knows about flamenco or toros. So if you're in Spain, you're going to learn how or why we're like this. And then gastronomy, of course. Who doesn't know about tapas? Everybody knows about tapas. So if you're in Spain, so you need to know by first hand. And then if you have classes from Monday to Thursday, then you have free time, of course. But on Friday, we think it is very important to know the city, the history. So we organize cultural activities. Anything that Centro Mundo Lengua organizes, we're going to have a tour guide. This tour guide is going to show you the city like, okay, we need to know the history of the cathedral. We need to know the history about the royal palace, the Alcazar. Or why not? We would love to have a cooking class or have a flamenco dance lesson or ceramic workshop. So everything is possible every Friday of our program. And then, of course, everybody knows that we love to travel on weekends and you have time to travel on weekends. So you're going to have your weekends free, but at the same time, Centro Mundo Lengua organizes different trips. We're close, very close to Portugal. We're very close to Africa. So these are the 2 excursions that Centro Mundo Lengua is going to organize with you. But what is the most important thing of this experience? Personally, if I have to say, the most important thing or value of our program is the immersion, the real immersion experience. You can get it living with the host family. If you live in an apartment, if you live in a dorm, if you live in a hostel, well, probably it's going to be wonderful, of course. But if you live with a real family, you're going to see how Spanish people are. So you're going to eat Spanish food, the real Spanish food, or you're going to have your space. You're going to see how we live. And the most important thing is you're going to be safe. You're going to feel safe. You're going to feel like you live with a real family. You're going to have your family in Spain too. And when you're a student, when you're studying abroad, that's really, really important. And finally, I know that gap year students, they are not in the university. They don't need to study in the university. They don't have like exam or the stress or to get credit. So you can do something else. We have students and when they're in Spain, they feel like, okay, we have free time to collaborate or to help the community. So volunteer service is also a possibility. You can do a volunteer service helping students with English, or you can help people who live in a nursing home, or I mean, there are many different possibilities. We just need to talk about it, and we will look for the best organization for anybody. And this is the program. This is the secret to live in a different country. The most important thing is to know everything. And if you're a GAP student, if you have time, please look at the website. You have here the website. You have the option to apply. But at the same time, on the bottom left, you have my contact information, my email address, and I will be very, very happy to help you, to talk more about the program. And especially, I'm very happy and thank you for your time. I'm very happy to be here. And I wanted to say thank you for your time and your attention. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you very much, Yaya and Centro Mundo Lengua. Excellent presentation. Really appreciate it. Coming up next, we have a presentation from Europe Gap Year.
Hey, thank you. Let me get my screen ready.
All right.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, excellent. Thanks for taking the time to hear about Europe Gap Year. Europe Gap Year is an opportunity to discover my homeland, the island of Ireland. My adopted homeland, Scotland, where I lived for 8 years, and my beautiful wife and Europe Gap partner is from. To discover Europe, probably my favorite continent, and most importantly, to discover yourself and really work out at this really exciting point of your life who it is you actually are.
Hey, Ricky,
My
sorry to
name
cut
is-
you off here. If you're meaning to share slides, we actually can't see your screen.
Oh, you're kidding? Right, okay, what's happening? Sorry about this.
No worries.
Right, hold on, let me see.
There we go. Perfect. Oh, now you're muted.
Right, let me see. Oh my goodness, let me see.
No worries. Happens all the time. Technical difficulties.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, right. I am better at running gap year programs than I am at presentations. So, my name is Ricky Martin. I'm the founder of Europe Gap Year, and I would like to challenge young people today to get outdoors, to communicate, and that is by talking to each other and looking at each other face to face, not through a screen or texting. To make friends, to be responsible, very important, and to travel. And all of these things are absolutely at the core of Europe Gap Year. We have two main courses running in 2023. The first is Leadership and European Adventure. You will visit fabulous destinations throughout this semester. It's an 11-week semester, and you'll visit Germany, Holland, France, Czech Republic, and the Celtic heartlands of Ireland and Scotland. It will be full of adventure. You'll be surfing, kayaking, hill walking, paddleboarding, and much more. The climax is your 2-night outdoor survival. Over the course of the semester, you'll have learned how to build shelters, fashion tools, make fire, hunt, gather, and you'll actually spend 2 nights not just living but thriving in an ancient Irish woodland. This whole course is developed to try and increase your leadership skills. We'll be focusing an awful lot on communication. We'll be partnering with TEDx partners who will be running communications workshops, teaching you how to communicate your ideas, how to communicate with your friends, your family, potential employers, your teachers. We'll be teaching you responsibility and accountability, two things that are so important moving forward in life. The ability to use your initiative, to plan, and even more importantly, to be able to execute that plan. Our other course is Celtic European Arts. Again, we'll be visiting the wonderful destinations of Germany, Holland, Scotland, and Ireland. You'll be working with Northern Ireland's most talented artists right across literature, film, photography, watercolors, ceramics, and Irish landscapes. They'll be teaching you all of these things, and you'll actually decide what you want to specialize in. And you'll put on a student exhibition at the end where your own work will be open to the Irish public to come and see. We're based in my hometown, which is the beautiful town of Portrush, just a few minutes from the famous Giant's Causeway. We are blessed with stunning beaches, wonderful scenery, history, castles. Throughout your time, we'll be visiting all around the island of Ireland, in Belfast, Dublin, Galway, Donegal, Derry, and much more. You'll be completely immersed in the local culture, history, and landscape. And most importantly, you'll be immersed with the local people who are what make this island so special. A country that I lived in for 8 years and I have some of my closest friends and best memories from is Scotland, and I want to show it off to you. We'll visit Glasgow, Edinburgh, and the Scottish Highlands. You're brave enough, you can swim in Loch Ness, see if you see Nessie, visit the cobbled streets of Edinburgh. Again, just absorb the wonderful culture and history and landscape of this fantastic Celtic land and the people that make it so special. We'll be visiting Europe, going to what's maybe my favorite city in the world, Amsterdam. You'll visit Paris, Berlin, Prague. Europe is just such a fascinating place because we've got so many different cultures all on the doorstep of each other, and you'll be able to see the scenery, eat the lovely food, see the landscapes, and listen to and even try all the different languages as we travel through Europe. Everything that we do is based around our 4 pillars, and these are 4 pillars that I've developed over the course of my own lifetime. These are things that are really important to me, things that I try and teach my own children, and that will put you in really good stead for the rest of your life. And these are things: cultural immersion, personal growth, experiential travel, friendship, and responsibility. And they're at the core of absolutely everything that we do at Gap Year. This has been a real whirlwind of a presentation. It's not an awful lot of time to try and get everything across. What I would love is to set up a personal video call with you and get the chance to find out more about you, about what you're looking for from a gap year, what you want to do, and what give me an opportunity to tell you what we can offer. And hopefully in a few months' time, I can be picking you up from Dublin Airport, driving you to Portrush, and we can go on a really exciting adventure together. Thanks very much for your time.
Sounds like a great time. Thank you so much, Ricky. Really appreciate it. So coming up next here, we have our final speaker for the day. This one will be a video recording from Pathfinder, Costa Rica. So just allow me one moment to share this video with y'all.
Hi and welcome. My name is Liam Gallagher and I'm the marketing coordinator at Pathfinder Costa Rica. Today you will hear from myself, our admissions coordinator Lauda, our cultural coordinator Daisy, and our executive director Heather. Pathfinder is an intentional gap year program that has woven your self-development and personal growth into the forefront of our program. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation and I look forward to seeing you in Costa Rica.
When we travel abroad, a precious opportunity for self-discovery opens up. We're exposed to so much novelty and to so many different perspectives and ways of life. It's like the world gives us a chance to reinvent ourselves and find new directions. Pathfinder capitalizes on this opportunity like no other program. With our pathfinding guidance model, we provide 2 very crucial outcomes. One is that you will learn the foundational skills that young adults need to succeed in adult life. And the second is that you will clarify a sense of meaning, purpose, and direction for your future. The pathfinding coaching is highly experiential, which means it's engaging and fun. It's also individualized, so you get to drive your own experience. And it's scientifically sound, which means it's based on the latest findings on healthy living and young adult success.
We feel like the most important element for a true cultural immersion is for the students to live with a Costa Rican family. We don't want the families to change for the students, but we want the students to truly feel like a real member of their families.
Pensamos que esta inmersión es fundamental para experimentar las diferencias culturales que hay desde las casas, la forma en que interactúan, las comidas, el lenguaje, los valores. Y quién sabe que para en un futuro ustedes quieran incorporar algunas cosas de estas para sus vidas.
Atenas is surrounded by mountains and coffee farms. The people in Atenas are very sweet and kind and just peaceful. Another thing you should know about Atenas is that it's known for its simplicity and calmness. It's a place where you can live peacefully and where, similarly to Costa Rica as a whole, the family values and the family culture is very important. So it's funny because everyone pretty much knows each other or they know someone from your family. And Atenienses, which is what the locals are called, will welcome you with open arms. The pura vida is a Tico expression that goes hand in hand with the way Costa Ricans live their lives. It's you feeling rich and full and just living your life at the fullest. It's the most common phrase you will hear in Costa Rica.
¿Cómo está?
Pura vida.
¿Cómo le fue?
Pura vida.
Adiós.
Pura vida. Pura vida.
Qué rico, pura vida.
So it's a phrase, it's a question, it's an answer to a question. It's something you will hear wherever you go in Costa Rica.
We've crafted 5-week gap paths, each designed to have a specific focus just for you. These gap paths empower you to explore the beauty of Costa Rican nature and culture, all while heightening the awareness of yourself and the world around you. On our Wildlife and Adventure Gap Path, you will intern at a wildlife refuge where you'll get to work with local biologists and care for the exotic animals of Costa Rica. On our Sustainable Agriculture Path, you will intern at 2 unique sustainable agriculture farms. Grow produce and sell it at the local farmers market with La Feria Verde. And next, work at a local coffee farm and learn about the cultivation, harvesting, and roasting of coffee. On the Spanish Language Intensive Path, you will take Spanish courses with one of our local instructors and volunteer at the local orphanage to help disadvantaged kids and practice your Spanish. On our Education and Social Work Gap Path, you will teach English at a local elementary school and volunteer at the local orphanage as well. You will be a part of setting the foundation for successful language acquisition and learning. On the Culinary Arts and Hospitality Path, you will intern at a local boutique hotel and restaurant. Here you will work with chefs to learn about Costa Rican cuisine, while also learning about the hospitality side of running a boutique hotel. If none of these paths pique your interest, design your own on our Individualized Path. Choose from over 40+ internship and service opportunities to create your own unique experience.
Pathfinder was created with the intention of providing a supportive study abroad or gap experience for young adults. All of the team members at Pathfinder know how life-changing, but also how challenging at times a gap experience can be. But with a supportive community and pathfinding coaches by your side, you'll learn so much exploring your mind, body, and soul as you learn Spanish, explore possible career paths, and just have fun making memories with your homestay family and exploring all that Costa Rica has to offer. We hope to see you soon at Pathfinder.
All right. Thank you very much to Pathfinder. And that will do it for today. That was our last speaker. So thank you to all of our panelists that came and participated today. You all did an incredible job. And we really appreciate having you here today. And for all of our attendees, same thing. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it. So I will stay in this call here for another minute or two, just in case anyone has any questions for any of the programs. But other than that, have a great rest of your night.